We're back.
Hey, look at us. We're in person. We're here together.
My name is Molly.
I'm Becky.
And if you haven't been here before, we are a pop culture podcast. We specialize in talking about Miley Cyrus. And while we do so, we go over some other pop culture news and we drink a bottle of Moscato wine every time we chat. What do we have today?
All right. We've got it's from the Grafton Winery, which is a local winery to where we are recording right now. It's in Alton, Illinois, because we live
by the Lou.
By the St. Louis.
By the St. Louis.
Yeah, so since I'm back in town visiting you today, Molly, I got us some local wine. Because I was like, you know what? I'm never going to get to have this. And it's apple crisp because happy fall, y'all.
Happy fall, y'all. And I'm just really happy we're able to find the same wine to drink.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Let's do some local stuff while we're here together. So
let's cheers. Kick it off.
We love it.
Today we have a live studio audience member.
We need a sign that probably says applause for him. Welcome to the stage. Ooh.
We went and got dinner beforehand and now, since Becky's in town, and now we set up studio in the kitchen.
He doesn't actually care, he's just nosy.
I'm very nosy.
True. This is true. And Charlie, of course, is also part of our studio audience. He's been nibbling on his binky, his ball.
Ew.
Okay, but this is Grafton Winery Apple Crisp. What are your thoughts? What's your rating out of 10?
Okay,
would you recommend to a friend?
I really didn't think it was as sweet as I thought it was going to be.
Really?
This is 10%, Molly. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a little bit exhausted. So yeah, I might be feeling it early on.
Yeah, this might be a little rough of an episode, but we have a very fun episode planned because Miss Noah Cyrus released her debut album.
We're so excited.
And we're going to dive into it at the later part of the episode. But first, we have to go over Miley news per usual. I mean, there's not much going on. So this will be quick. She was seen alive and well. She was wearing Chanel, which a lot of people liked. But she was posing with a fan this past Saturday in Hollywood. And yeah, we're just very happy she's alive and well.
That's just what we're scraping at. We have to.
She is performing tomorrow at the Taylor Hawkins tribute show. So we'll get some crumbs and that'll be fun. Becky smells like a burger because her burger sweat all over her.
True.
It was dripping. Also, I wanted to give a shout out because I don't know if you've seen this, but there is a new social media account / website out there right now, and it's called Miley Media Now. It's a new fan source website, and it posts a lot of unseen outtakes from photo shoots.
It's like a full website. It's not just like a Twitter
you need
account?
to check it. It's Twitter and Instagram, but they have an actual website. And they've been posting a lot of the unseen outtakes from the 2013 Bangers promo shoot. I don't know. I was like,
dang.
Yeah, I was looking at it the other night.
Who is it that's running that has all this content?
I don't know specifically, but I know that. So when I was on Twitter, a few weeks ago, some person found all of the outtakes from all these photo shoots, that never before seen pictures, and they were trying to sell them. Well, this person bought all of them out and then put them online so everyone could have them.
Wow.
How sweet.
Oh, the hero we don't deserve.
Yeah, and organized a whole website, and yeah, so I just wanted to give a shout out because they're popping off right now. They have a really good
exciting.
Yeah, so at Miley Media Now on all the socials. And then I think the website's called MileyPictures.com. Something like that, but
I feel like I've heard of that. So it's not anyone on her team? This is just a civilian?
This is just a fan. Yeah, a civilian. Oh my god. The last thing I saw was that an Italian fashion designer, Ennio Capasa, I don't know.
Great job. Has to be.
Told a magazine recently that he just sent Miley the first look of his fashion show for her new video.
That is actually very exciting. If there's a new video, there's new music.
People were like, I'm not getting excited yet. People were like, no one moved. Did you have any other Miley news?
So I have like a theory about the reason that she's kind of been doing nothing. And of course we know that she kind of does seclude herself when she's working on music, and we know that that's what she's doing. But I'm almost wondering if she's like stepping back so that Noah had a chance to shine. Because imagine if Miley came out, like, you know, she did an event or she released a single or something, and then Noah's just in the background because she's not as big. Like,
I actually did not think of that.
Media would like eat that up. Don't you
think? That's
think?
So true. I did not think about that.
Because I mean, there's been like a family feud, and so maybe that's.
But I feel like now it's really.
She would never like sabotage Noah.
I agree, and I also feel like right now it's really just between like Miley and Billy Ray.
Yeah.
For what
or like everyone in Billy Ray, like he's in the center, and they're all but so yeah. So I was wondering like maybe that could be a little bit of part of it.
Yeah. You know. No, I didn't think about that. Honestly, yeah, probably, because also Noah's made like comments before in past music that like she's sick of being in the shadow.
Exactly.
Aww.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about that. So
other pop culture news. Do you want to start us off?
Yeah. So after everything we talked about last week, I did go and see Don't Worry, Darling.
Oh my God, with Harry Styles.
With Harry Styles.
What did you think?
So it was getting like awful reviews, like we all know this.
Did you see it in theaters?
I did see it in theaters, yes.
Interesting.
So like I honestly, it's like a psychological thriller, and I like felt completely like fucked up after it. Like,
really?
My mind was just like, I had so many questions. So during the movie,
is it like trippy?
Not really. It's just like you're just trying to figure it out the whole time, and you're probably wrong the whole time.
Interesting.
And so like during the movie, it was like good until it got to the very end when you like figured it all out, and you're just like, come on. And it was just like a letdown. Like the climax was a complete letdown. And there was just like, to me, maybe I'm just dumb, but like there was a lot of plot holes. There could have been like reasons for what was going on, but I just can't. There's just these certain instances when I'm like, now that I know what was going on, what the hell was this? This makes no sense. And it only happened like a couple of times where I feel like it got the proper ratings is what I'm trying to say.
Like the Rotten Tomato scores that were like so bad.
It was so well, like, I'm not like a huge like movie buff, and I don't really know about like direction
like what
and stuff
really
like
makes
that.
A movie,
yeah. But as far as I could tell, like it was very well done. It's just kind of like the plot that was sucky about it.
Yeah. So
I didn't think Harry Styles was a bad actor though.
Oh really?
I thought he did fine. Although we have a theory that the only reason he was the only British person in the movie, and we only think
was he trying to be like American?
Well,
did he sound British?
No, he was regular Harry.
Oh, ew, Harry?
His name was Jack, but
just kidding.
He was the only British person in the movie, and I mean, that was like kind of part of the plot, but we're thinking that they only threw that in just so that they didn't have to deal with his American accent.
Because it's bad.
I think I've heard that it is.
I mean, it has to be hard.
No, I
think about it, because when I think of Ed Westwick, is that his name from Gossip Girl?
Yeah.
He does a really good American accent. Emma Watson does.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do they do that? Because when I try doing a British accent,
and when you think about it, there's like so many American accents, which I'm sure there is for doing like a British accent, like depending on like what region you're in. That's something that's beyond me. I can't even tell the difference. But like, think about it. You could do like a Boston accent. You could do a country accent. You could do a Chicago accent.
True.
Valley Girl. Like.
True.
So I guess you just gotta pick one and go with it. But no, I didn't think he was that bad.
But you just think like the movie as a whole was bad.
Yeah.
Maybe people are like blaming Harry for, like maybe that's their first conclusion is that people are just like, oh well, he's never acted before, so like he's why it's bad. But really, it was just a bad storyline.
But we were also wondering after all that like bad press tour whether or not Harry and Olivia Wilde were still together.
Yeah, did you find out any info on that?
They are still together. She
How
was
do you know?
spotted at his concert in Madison Square Garden, which do you know that
why
he
are they
rented
being
that
so
thing out
weird
for like
about
14 days? He is playing Madison Square Garden 14 times in a row.
That seems lame. That seems boring.
That's
I would
like
be bored.
Residency. He's like Elvis.
Yeah, but like that seems boring to me.
For him. Well, I just think it's great. I mean, obviously, he's got a lot of fans, but it's crazy that he could sell it out for that many times. Maybe it's not sold out. Probably not. But to have Madison Square Garden is huge. They have like the Madison Square Garden like social media accounts have like put him as like their banner and their profile picture because he's there for so long. Isn't that crazy? Who else could do that? Probably Taylor Swift.
Hannah Montana.
True.
No, I mean she didn't. But like, so what's the highest? Okay, so if you were gonna buy a Harry Styles ticket, what's the most money you would spend on a Harry Styles ticket?
I feel like that is one I would splurge on.
No way.
Kind of. I would probably pay like
what's the most money? Really?
Maybe $175.
Wow. I would spend like $40.
What's the most you've spent on a concert? 40?
On a concert? Probably the Miley Cyrus tickets. They were like $250.
For
pit tickets though.
Oh yeah.
They were like $2 to $250.
I guess, yeah, it depends on, I think, honestly, well, I just started going to concerts and I have been going to like smaller shows and smaller venues, so it hasn't been that much, but I'm pretty sure I spent probably close to $150 to see Jack Harlow. I think it was
yeah, but you love
there.
him. So
I do love him.
Well, good.
I would spend $200 or more to see Miley for sure.
Oh, for sure. That was my thing. I was like, well, I could get like okay tickets or I could just spend $50 more and get a pit. So like obviously I'm gonna get a pit.
Of course.
But
yeah, so there's my little synopsis of that.
Yeah, no, I mean
I felt like we needed to follow up.
For sure, because I mean I probably won't ever see it. Unless it's like
after this I'll spoil the whole plot for you if you want me to.
Well, if it ends up on like HBO or something, I'll watch it.
Oh, true.
Probably.
I'm sure it will. I mean,
exactly. I'm just waiting.
Does these days.
Adam Levine, lead singer of Maroon 5,
is a rat.
He cheated on his wife of like so many years, and like she's pregnant with his. I don't know if she's had his kid yet, but she has like 3 other kids with him or some shit.
Yeah.
But he was caught up in people's Instagram DMs. This one model, I forgot her name, like Summer or some shit like that. But she said that he was messaging, and she posted like videos of the screenshots, so you couldn't even like Photoshop it. He said that he would name his daughter after her. Did you see
I never
that?
saw those. I only saw the ones that were like, holy fucking fuck, that body of yours or something.
Yeah, I think Tommy Lee from Motley Crue made an edit, and it was him sending, it was Tommy Lee sending Adam Levine a picture, like an almost nude.
Yeah.
And Adam Levine said, holy shit, dude, that rod is crazy.
Yeah.
And that was the edit. Tommy Lee from Motley Crue posted that. I was like, oh my God, that's so funny. But yeah, he said he was going to name his daughter after this Instagram model that he was like seeing on the side. Could you imagine? Men are trash.
Yeah. No, yeah.
That's like a new fear is put inside me now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if one day I have children, which I'm not saying this would happen, but you never know because men are rats. What if one day I had children and one of the children I had was named after like my husband's like side bitch?
Right. And you wouldn't know. How would you?
God, new fear
unlocked.
New fear unlocked.
Damn.
Like for real. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this too much because like every single podcast, every single person's talking about this right now. So it's super overrated at the moment. But we had to talk about it because that's crazy. And she was like a Victoria's Secret model. I don't know. Rat.
That's that.
Rat. Rihanna's performing the Super Bowl. What are your thoughts?
There has never been news that has shocked me more than that.
Same. She's been in retirement for
so long.
For like 6 years. Right?
Right. And so we keep talking about like the qualities that make a Super Bowl performer, right? Does she like fit any? I mean,
if Beyonce could do it, she could do it.
I guess.
That's my thoughts about it.
Yeah, she's got great music from before, and I guess actually maybe a lot of them, they bring back like older.
She's probably like training so hard right now, getting her baby weight off.
Yeah, literally. You think that she's going to drop some new music beforehand? That's what I'm wondering. Wouldn't that be exciting?
I bet you don't. I'm not like, you can pull me some if you want. Like the same amount. That's good. I don't know, because I just feel like all she cares about is Fenty. And
I saw a meme about that today.
And then she's going to pull up on the stage with Fenty Beauty line.
Fenty Beauty and just like stand there and point at it.
That's something like Ye would do.
Yeah, true.
Oh my God. Should we talk about him at all?
It's the same shit. I don't have anything new to say.
He did do like a 1 hour like interview. I don't know if you've seen some of it. Like 3 days ago.
I saw a little bit.
It was on ABC.
Yeah.
I saw like clips on YouTube.
Today he released that he's making these like socks with sandals. like literal flip-flops, and they were bedazzled. Is this real? He posted
I would buy.
Yep.
But okay, his stuff's like way too expensive. But they did ask him in this interview, they were like, so like when you do have like your own like because right now he like partners with Gap and all those kind of things. But he wants to eventually have his own. Yeah. Like sell directly to the customer. She was like, are you going to be able to have like affordable stuff for people? She's like, can someone go in there and buy a t-shirt for $20? He goes, you can buy 4. Okay. But I'm like, okay, I would like to see it.
Yeah. Like, do don't tease us.
Yeah. Back to the Rihanna thing though. Twitter was so funny about it because like it was like obviously like blew up, and someone said, how much are tickets to the Rihanna football concert, because I'm gonna have to go.
I know, my friend was like, all right, so who's going to the Super Bowl with me? Which one time, I will never forget this, we were in the bar and it was my friend Elena, and I don't know how Rihanna came up, probably a song played, and she just like dead ass said, I would let Rihanna punch me in the face. And I was like, okay, yeah.
I would be honored.
Or maybe Rachel said that.
Probably Rachel.
Both of them were drooling over her, so.
I feel like it would be Rachel.
I think Rachel did.
Yeah. That's something she would say.
Agreed.
Like Elena would probably be like, true.
Yeah.
Someone also tweeted, how come the football players get to go to the Rihanna concert and I don't?
Oh my God. Yeah, really. They don't deserve that. They don't care.
They don't care. Only care about their dumb football game.
I think that she's going to put on a great show. I do.
I do. I mean, she has no choice.
That's true. And they're not going to pick someone who's incapable, you know? And that's the whole thing.
Remember when the Black Eyed Peas?
I guess. I was literally just thinking that.
I was literally 14.
Like immediately retracted what I said.
I was 14 and I remember like my dad was drooling over Fergie and I was like, ew. She sounded awful. Anyway.
I will say there were so many rumors that it was going to be Taylor Swift.
Okay, like the whole week before this was released.
Which would have made to me so much sense.
Oh, well.
She has so many songs. She is like
she's crossed out so many boxes, like.
Yeah.
She's going to do it definitely one day.
She'll do it one day, absolutely. Perhaps right now she's too busy with her midnights. I don't know.
And she's re-recording all those things.
Yeah. Or America's just simply not ready.
That's how I feel about Miley.
Yeah.
Like, we want Miley to be Super Bowl so bad, but also she's really young.
That's what, and that's.
I think when she's in her 30s.
Like why it is Rihanna, because she's been around for so long.
So long. But Miley, it's just crazy because like Miley has too, but she's still so young.
Yeah, because she started so young, but. Yeah, no, I think it will be really, really good. We just saw a really funny meme about it. So Rihanna just posted literally like a period. And it was her hand holding up a football.
And it got like 4 million likes within like 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, someone just took out the football and put Plastic Hearts album.
that was so funny. Yeah. So, let's deep dive. Get down.
Get your scuba gear.
Get your goggles.
Get your air mask.
We deep dive into this motherfucker. Anyway, we're going to go deep diving into Noah Cyrus's debut album.
The hardest part.
Ooh. Okay. A little synopsis for ya. If you didn't know, like how long ago? Like a week or two ago?
What, that it released? It was a week. Last Thursday.
September 16th. 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway, her debut album is a super personal record that she was originally going to release on July 15th.
Her birthday.
Is it her birthday?
I think.
Damn.
Okay. I don't know. I think
she's a Cancer?
She has to be. She's Sad Girl Cyrus.
True. Anyway, let us know. But it was pushed back to September 16th due to manufacturing delays. Like, get it together, world. We gotta release an album.
Right.
Anyway, it was produced by Mike Croce, I don't know. But he's an award-winning record producer. He helped guide her vision and find her voice. And he has also produced records with the Arctic Monkeys.
Wow.
Ben Howard in the 1975.
Okay, so she's in good hands, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and they're super close. Like, he, co-wrote some of the songs. I think he produced the entire record, so.
Yeah,
shout out
literally
to him.
chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. It's filled with songs overflowing with honest, intellectual, nuance, and soul. And you can tell she has lived every song on the album. Because it's so depressing.
Literally, had me in actual tears.
Yeah, let's go over our overall thoughts. Before we, we're going to deep dive into every single track on the record. But, when you first listened to it, did you do, everything in order?
Oh, always.
So, like, what were your initial thoughts? Like, first impression thoughts?
I just, like, I think I was in the car because that's where I listen to music. And I was just, like, in awe. Like, my jaw, if it could have been on the floor, like, that's where it was. And because it's just, the sounds of it were amazing. Her voice, obviously incredible.
It's gotten so much better.
So much better.
Like, and I thought it was
just
good
like,
before.
So impressed. And the only thing that I could think of was like, this is her heart and her soul coming through every part of this.
She's like a good alto too.
Yeah.
Like she's a good, like,
she's a
deep
really
voice.
good, she's a fun range to sing because it gets a little bit low, but like
I'm just glad it's not too high.
Exactly. It's not too high. And so it's like really fun to be able to sing along.
Yeah, because I can't be hitting those high notes. What did you think? When I first listened to it, first of all, I was telling my friend Evan this, but I was really disappointed with like how few songs were on the album.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
it was kind of short.
That's like a stupid thing to bitch about, but like I feel like she released so many singles prior.
So many. Okay.
So that when it came out, there was like 5 new songs.
I completely agree. Why did she do that?
I don't know.
The way that she released, like, she did like 2 of them at a time.
She just did them so quick.
She did.
And maybe we're just so used to like, well, Miley like only releases like 2 singles, I feel like.
No, she does.
And then sometimes a third.
And the third comes out after the album did.
Yeah, this is true.
But I think Noah did literally 5 of them.
Like at least 4.
Yeah.
Let's see. I Burned LA Down, Mr. Percocet. I feel like Ready to Go. Ready to Go was one. And then
Ready to Go and was with another one. What was that one called?
Oh, Everything.
Ends. Right?
Everything Ends with that. Yeah. Yeah. So she released 4.
Out of the 10.
She kind of teased I Just Want to Love Her.
Yeah.
So like 4.
I know.
So like there was only 6, which is still a good amount of new songs. But like
we're greedy.
I'm greedy. I'm hungry. I got a big old stomach to fill. But that was my only like complaint. Otherwise, it was beautiful. Yeah. I really appreciated just like the flow of the whole album. Mm-hmm. Like,
get your gear on.
Get your gear on. First track is called Noah, and then in parentheses, Stand Still. And it was written by Noah Cyrus and PJ Harding. PJ Harding co-wrote a lot of the tracks on this album. And she's done she did like a whole like duet album with him. Oh. Like on the side.
Okay.
But he co-wrote this with her. Initial thoughts.
I think this is the saddest song I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And from hearing this song, I think that one day there will be a documentary about Noah Cyrus.
Well, yeah.
There's so much that we don't know about her.
I just feel like she's very close with her dad. And then she did this song with her dad, too. Like, she just released...
They released it as a single. And see, that's another thing. Why is she doing that? Why does she keep releasing all these sporadically?
Well, also, the more singles you release from a 10-track record, like, the less special the singles are, I feel like. Anyway, but this one on the album is just of her singing it. But then she released a version with Billy Ray.
I will say the one with Billy Ray got me harder than the one without.
Oh, for sure.
Like
I agree.
Tears were flowing.
I agree. Like when I first heard this one, I was like, okay, like it is really sad, but like the one with Billy Ray like added a new spin to it because she says the chorus lyric is, and my grandfather told my father, it don't get easier, just harder. Yes, it will. Remember, just stand still.
Well, just the very first line where she says, when I was 20, I didn't think that I would ever see 21. Like, what? See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, she has been through so much.
That we just don't know.
That we have no idea about. And like, she had her own struggles. But you want, like...
Nobody talks about it.
All of this started when she was, like, 3, following Miley around the Hannah Montana set. And, like, Noah was always there.
True.
And so she has been, like, grown up like this. And...
I don't think she wanted it.
Been behind. Yeah. Like,
I don't think she wanted it.
And so now she's like dealing with all of this.
Yeah.
That's why I think that she would be like the perfect person for a documentary. Yeah. Like the same way that we don't know everything that Selena went through. And
oh my God, I'm ready for that. Yeah, I'll fucking buy Apple TV subscription for that one.
Yeah.
She did talk about this song. She did an interview with Apple Music, which was really nice. She did the interview with Zach Sang. But she did tell Apple Music that she was 6 months into her recovery process. And the first line of Stand Still came from a conversation she had with her best friends around her 20th birthday. And she had told them that she didn't know she was going to make it to another birthday.
Stand Still's just been around through generations of my dad's side of his grandfather, his dad.
Yeah.
Passed down to him and has kind of shared that advice of when you don't know what to do, just stand still. He didn't know really how much I really needed to hear that and be reminded of that at that time.
2, Ready to Go. And this track
was written by a shit ton of people.
A lot of people. This is definitely a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more poppy, but it's written by PJ Harding, the guy that was on the last one. Tommy English, don't know who he is. Britton Newbill, don't know. Jeff Baranowski, don't know. Luke Milano, don't know. And then Noah Cyrus and Victoria Zaro. So a lot of motherfuckers wrote this shit. Okay. Initial thoughts when you first heard it.
I liked it. Was like more upbeat than the rest of it. So this one we heard a few weeks prior.
This was one of the ones that came up.
Yeah. No, I like it. It's a bop. It gets stuck in my head really easily.
I
woke up singing it the other day.
If you're ready to go.
I think it's such a touching song because so many people go through that process of saying, you know what, you go. I'm going to let you do your thing. What made you choose this song as a release?
When I was writing it, that's what was happening. It felt like I wasn't receiving what I was giving to the other person. It seemed like the other person maybe wasn't as in it as me anymore. I was super in love. I was super in it. I was the one kind of hoping for it to work out. And,
you were 100% in.
I was 100% in, and it just felt like, well, if this isn't for you, you're going to be the one that has to walk away because, it's impossible for me to walk away from you.
You're holding on.
Yeah, and I think both of our self-control was out of control at the time.
Okay.
I like the notes on this one.
She did call this song July's sister song. But she said they're actually more like cousin songs because they're about different people, entirely different storylines, and they each bring up different memories and emotions. She says she sees a lot of growth between July and Ready to Go.
Oh, so do I.
Which I do too. If you listen to it, July will always be the best song. To me, that'll be I don't know if she can ever beat that song.
So that's your 10 for Noah.
That's my 10 for Noah is July. I need something okay. These are all great, but July just is something else to me. But yeah, she talked a lot about this song to Rolling Stone. She said it's about how she is incapable of letting go when she's invested and loves someone, which totally understandable.
Yeah.
You know, if you're putting all that time in, you don't want to just leave.
Right.
But if someone else is ready to go, what are you going to do?
Right. Yeah.
She did say she wrote it a couple of years back in 2020. And her and PJ retouched it to bring it closer to where she's at now to release it for this one.
Wow.
Yeah. But this is a bop.
I feel like July came out in 2020, did it not?
I feel like it was 2018, 2019.
Oh, was it that long ago?
Maybe.
Oh. I didn't think it was that old, but could be. Time doesn't mean anything to me anymore.
I feel like it was 2019.
I can't even believe that
Maybe
it's
going
into
into October,
but
I know. Time is nothing. I literally just found out that it was 2022.
Yeah.
A few months ago.
Welcome to 2022.
And now it's almost over. Okay, so what would you rate this Ready to Go song out of 10? Just your own personal opinion.
Probably 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I would rate it I'd rate it a 6.5.
Okay.
So about the same. Okay, number 3. Mr. Percocet. Mr. Percocet. This was this was her second single before she released her album. It was written by PJ Harding, of course, Jason Evigan, Sarah Hudson, and then herself, of course. What are your initial thoughts?
I really, really love Mr. Percocet, which I remember because I was just so confused that she was releasing all these damn singles that I thought that this was going to be the name of the album. And I was like, interesting.
You did. I remember you were
I literally announced it on the podcast, I'm pretty sure.
You did. You were like, oh my God, her new album's called Mr. Percocet. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I missed that.
This is what I said. You guys, don't ever believe a word we say.
We don't know anything.
We never fact check.
We literally see something on Twitter. We're like, oh, must be true.
Must be true. That is my toxic trait.
Everyone I knew was taking downers as a way to party, as a way to cope, as a way to manage. And so for me, I was completely engulfed by it. And so it seemed like there was no escaping it in my lyrics. For me, like, my lyrics are the only place for my body to release those feelings and release what I need to say. This is my story, and I think it's time that I be open and honest about that.
Yo, she talked about how, like, you know, in the beginning of the song, you, like, hear the pill bottle?
Yeah.
She said that was, like, a bottle of Advil in the studio.
I love it. They're like, hurry! Go grab that bottle over there.
Yeah, for real.
This will sound good.
This is unconfirmed, but it was reportedly about the toxic relationship she was in with a rapper named Smoke Perp. And that's perp at the end with 2 P's. And it examines the complicated journey of drug addiction while being in love. Do you know who Smoke Perp is?
No, I never heard of him. She was with like a bunch of little like rapper guys.
Remember when she was with Lil Xan?
Lil Xan.
I cannot. Oh, I remember her being with him for like a brief period.
I kind of do now that I see his face.
Because he was on her like Instagram for like a hot second.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he looks like a real keeper.
He looks very familiar.
Oh my god, why does his eye look like that?
Ew.
That looks like fucking bubblegum wrap.
Oh, it might be.
Okay, ew. He looks like he's on Percocet. Yeah, he looks... She can do way better.
I've always thought that for her.
She always picks these dudes.
I know.
Honestly, even when she was with Tana, I was like, Tana's kind of toxic.
I agree.
Like, you don't need to be with her, girl. You're going through enough stuff. Anyway, if you had to rate Mr. Percocet on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you name it as?
That one's like an 8.59er.
This one is a good one. I remember when I heard this, I was like, ooh, I'm really excited for the album.
Yes, yes.
I give him a 7.5 for sure.
You're harsh.
You have to be. Okay.
I just feel like I have a soft spot in my heart for Noah.
I mean, me too.
Everything she does amazes me.
But like you gotta be a little harsh. Track number 4 is Every Beginning Ends. This is featuring Benjamin Gibbard. And it was written by Noah, Cyrus, and Ben.
How often do you do that? Because I do a lot.
I do it a lot. It was a collaboration with her and the lead singer of Death Cab for Cutie. I don't know if you remember that band.
I didn't know that's who that was.
He's the lead singer.
Oh,
yeah.
I think we talked
about
And
apparently
this.
She's like a huge fan of his. And fun fact, Brandy was talking about on her podcast how she introduced Get Death Cab for Cutie to Noah, like back in the day.
Oh.
Because Brandy used to be in that like scene, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
And she introduced Noah to that band, and now she's fangirling over him being on the album. And awesome. she talked about how she didn't even want there to be a feature on the album, but she had to give it to him because...
Dang, that's really cool.
And it's a country ballad that talks about the complex emotions of a relationship ending because it faded out naturally on its own. Somebody compared this song to Billy Ray and Tish Cyrus divorcing. On Genius.com, yeah. And it kind of made sense because like if you listen to the song, it kind of gives the same vibe. Okay, so what are your initial thoughts about this song? I know this was like her 3rd single.
Yeah, this was another single. This one came out with the other one, Ready to Go. Yeah, I didn't really like it, to be honest.
I know. The last episode, you were like, I'm not about it.
Yeah, I don't like
Their
his
voices
voice.
Don't sound good together.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's because she's so alto and he's not.
I think
I like
that
the lyrics.
Knowing the background of how special it kind of is to have him on it for her,
makes it
that
better.
Raises it a little bit, but no, it's one that's
knocks
this
it up
is a
like
skipper.
half a point.
I'm sorry, but it is a skipper.
Yeah, it's just like a little too cheesy.
I agree. And it's because of his voice.
I think so.
Yeah.
He sounds like the fucking Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yes.
So true.
So true.
Okay, what's your rating out of 10 for Every Beginning Ends? Track number 4.
4.5.
Ooh, 4.5 or 4. I'm gonna give 4. I'm gonna give 4. 4.
Oh, it is number 4.
It's track number 4, and I'm going to give it a rating of 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was laughing. Okay. Yeah, not much to say about that. Track number 5, The Hardest Part, which is the title of the album. And honestly, can I say, this track that was written by Noah Cyrus and Ilzy, this track is honestly like the best title track. Like this song,
yeah,
I feel like is a very good title track. Like this represents the whole album. Like I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
100%. You guys, we got drinks before this too.
True. The opening lyric says, "The hardest part of going home is facing that you're getting older."
I felt that.
I felt that too.
Yeah.
And I just like picture her like riding horses with her dad in Franklin, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. I just think about how like, the hardest part about, it's like knowing things that you were just oblivious to when you were a child. And that's the hardest part.
Yeah. And then like going home and like being like, oh, remember when I used to do that? But now I'm an adult. So like, why would I do that?
Exactly. Going home is like when you're waiting for Santa. Stuff like
True. That. And now you know him. He's not real. She told Apple Music. She said that the soundscapes that are in the song, they're from a video she actually took on her dad's farm, like on her cell phone. And she took it of a hawk circling its babies in a nest up in the tree. And she said that's the soundscapes that are in the song, which I've tried listening to and I can't really tell. But she said it's like very like you can't really tell. And then she said her grandma, who had just passed away, so I think it's Billy Ray's mom, that they got her a little keyboard before she died. And the same day she played Somewhere Over the Rainbow, she took the chords out of that song and put that recording into the song.
Oh, cool.
So like a piece of her grandma is in that song.
That's awesome.
Which is
what a perfect song for it to be in too.
I know.
Perfect album.
That's a good one though. It's like when you listen to it, it's kind of like it's like serotonin. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like bam. Like there's no like build
I really
up.
like the
there's no build
up.
up.
Yeah.
It's just like a constant like vibe. I don't know how to explain it. But what's your
just like the way that the music
the hardest part of getting home.
Yeah, exactly.
Going home.
Yeah, probably like 9.
Really?
Yeah.
I give it an 8.
Okay.
I can never be as high as you. No, I mean, I guess it's just how it is. I don't know. Because I'm saving my 9 for a song that's on here that we haven't talked about yet. But yeah, that was track number 5. Track number 6 is I Just Want a Lover. And this is like kind of like the only poppy, upbeat song. Which it gives me like disco meets country.
This, of all of the singles that she released, this should have been it.
For real. This would have hit the radio.
This would have hit the radio.
That's so true. Like, why didn't she? This was written by Noah Cyrus, LP, Nate Company, and Tommy English, which Tommy was on like the first or second song. Fun fact though, I saw that she actually performed this on September 4th, 2021 in Utah at one of her concerts.
Oh shit.
So like a year before it even came out, she like performed it on stage.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was pretty interesting.
She literally pulled a Hannah Montana. I'm sorry, Noah, but not to compare you, but she pulled a Hannah Montana where she said something to an entire crowd, and apparently they all kept the secret.
It was probably one of those songs where everyone's like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
You know what I mean? I feel like we've probably been there and we just like never even realized it.
Yeah.
Like when Miley performed Space Boots like 2 years before she even like released it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a thing.
It wasn't really talked about, yeah.
The song compares her over to what she perceives to be the brokenness of America. And she told Apple Music that this is her Dolly song of the record. And she said
what does that mean?
She doesn't know if it's like the piano or if it's the twisting of the knife chorus, like the melody in that chorus. But it gives her that classic country upbeat record, which to me, it's like country versus like disco.
Yeah.
Like I feel like kind of like a Casey Musgraves type of vibe.
Yes.
But like not golden hour Casey Musgraves, but like her newest album, it's kind of like upbeat more.
Yes. Ugh, I love this song.
I just wanna love her. Yeah, this is a good one.
This is like right now, as soon as I get into the car, this is my go-to song.
This is a 9 for me.
Okay. I was thinking that. I was really hoping that if you were saving the 9, that it would be for this one. 10. Sorry, but it's to 10.
Really? Is this your favorite song off the album?
Yes.
At the moment.
At the moment.
Because I feel like
it's just so hard. This one is easy to go to at any moment. I can't just get in the car and just start singing Noah.
I just wanna love her.
You know?
So number 7 is Unfinished, and that's written by Noah Cyrus, Ilzy, Dan Wilson, and J.R. Rodham. And she actually told Apple Music this is a contender for one of her first albums when she was 15 years old. So she's had this on her hands since she was 15 years old.
15. Imagine writing something like this when you were 15
She wrote it with these other people, like she co-wrote it, and she always thought that it was way too mature for her to release.
Uh-huh.
And she said it was weird because when she wrote it with them, it kind of like manifested into her life, and like what the song represents actually ended up happening much later in life.
Shit.
And she said the Eagles were a huge inspiration for the song.
Wow.
Which if you listen to it, like it does give like the Eagles vibes. I don't know if you listen to Eagles, but it kind of gives that vibe. What are your thoughts?
That's nuts. I like this one a lot.
I love this one.
This is one of my
favorites.
This is
my top.
Yeah.
This is my 10.
This is your 10. Okay.
True.
Yeah, no, it's a 9 for me.
It's good.
I guess, well, because this is another one that is like just, it's I guess a sadder one for me, so it's not like a really go-to.
It's not a go-to for me, but like,
yeah, it's
pretty good.
This is the one that our live studio audience was most excited to hear about.
That's right. It's true.
Number 8 is My Side of the Bed. And this was written, My Side of the Bed. I kind of said that weird. This was written by Noah Cyrus and PJ Harding. And she has said multiple times that this song, in interviews, this song has been the hardest to ever like play, to write about, to produce. And I think this song, she has said that this song like represents her times going through substance abuse.
Oh, I can't believe that. Well,
which I thought it was about like a lover or something.
Yeah.
But no, I looked into it a little bit. And she said that it was important for her to allow the listener to imagine what she was feeling when she said, I sink into the sofa watching that TV glow, because that's how it feels when the substance has just started working and you're comfortable.
Right.
So like I'm imagining she had like issues with Xanax and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so like I like now that I'm knowing that and I listen to the song, it makes sense.
Yeah. This is another one that so earlier when you mentioned that Unfinished was like too mature for her to release. Well, I've always thought that all of her music has been like, holy
very
shit.
Mature.
Very mature for
her
how
age.
Old she is.
I thought it's like July.
Is she 22 yet or is she still 21?
I think she's 23.
She is okay. Well, either way, she is like so young, and for her to be like writing any of this to me is just absolutely incredible. And this was another one that I was like, oh my God, girl.
Yeah, this is a really good one. It's not like my favorite.
Right, me neither.
I would give it for me personally, I would give it like a 7.
Yeah, I would probably be around the same, 7.
Yeah. Number 9 is I Burned to Lay Down.
I Burned to Lay Down. I love this song.
When this came out, we would always just sing I Burned to Lay Down.
Well, this is when we still lived together.
Yeah.
And this was one of my tics that I would just walk around the house singing.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I hadn't burned this city down, 'cause you didn't care. No, you didn't care. Yeah, I burned to lay down and you left me there. Oh, you left me there. In the news at the time, there were tons of fires. All up north was in flames. It was definitely on my mind. And so that kind of sparked this topic of I burned LA down. And also I was trying to explain my feelings to the person I wrote the song about.
This is a song that at the first listen wasn't into it. It was something that had to grow on me.
Okay, but this is like I think one of her best songs on the album.
Same.
Because it grew on me so quick.
It grew on me so quick. And it's just like every single line in that song, incredible. This is the one, crank it all the way up, and you can sing along to every single word. Singing your heart out. When she says, you can't make a god out of somebody who's
not even half of a half decent man. I said, oh shit!
She got him there.
Yeah, for real. I said, fucking rip him to shreds, bitch. For real.
That was very, very powerful line.
That was powerful. Somebody on TikTok was like shredding her for saying that, saying like she's not a lyricist. I'm like, what do you mean? That is fucking genius.
No, that is genius.
This song was written by herself and PJ Harding, you know, and she said that lyrically this song gave her the same feeling she got when she wrote July and The End of Everything, and I got so high that I saw Jesus.
Ooh, love that song.
That's a good one too. This was the first single off the album, and this one actually really made me excited for the album. Not at first. At first I was like, ooh, I don't know, like we were just talking about, but I was like, so this was pretty good. I would give this a 9.5.
I would give it a 10.
Yeah, it was really close. Last song on the album is Loretta's Song, written by PJ and Noah again. And this song is written for Tish's mom, Loretta, who had passed away in 2020 on August 19th in the middle of the lockdown during COVID. And this was also during the height of Noah's addiction to substances, she said.
Losing my grandma really was the final breaking point, and I kind of, everything that I was struggling with multiplied following her death. I felt so guilty and so like I had called more, but because of the pandemic, we weren't able to go into her building for months. Someone who lived in her building got sick and they shut it down. My mom would drive by the window and they would wave to each other, but I had never driven by the window and waved to her. My mom's an only child and my mom was adopted. She lost her dad at 19. And I knew my mom's biggest fear was losing her mom. My biggest fear is losing my mom. That when that day came, I would need to be there for her, the way she's been for me my entire life. And I wasn't.
This is a really sad song. Not my favorite, but it's like, I'm happy she put it on here for herself. This is one of the songs she wrote for herself.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, which I love that she did that. This is a song that I don't think I've listened to since I listened to the whole album. Because I definitely just go back to a couple of them, and this isn't it. But beautiful nonetheless.
It is beautiful. It's a good finisher. Like, it's a good, like, ending.
Yeah.
She did say, we didn't talk about this, she said that there will probably be a deluxe version.
She did say that.
Yeah. She said that in one of her interviews.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited because 10 tracks is not a lot. That's like a little more than an EP.
What's the point of doing, this is another thing, like with all these singles, then the album, and then the release of the one with Billy, and then a deluxe album. What's the point of all this? Why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why do artists do deluxe albums? Sometimes I believe that sometimes it's because they just like, oh, this has the same vibes, like let's just add it on. Could be.
True.
But this is obviously like already in the works.
She definitely was like, yeah, there probably will be a deluxe. I'm like, bitch, there better be 10 tracks.
Yeah. So, looking forward to that. No, but overall, I'm very, very, very proud of her.
I am too.
Like, I feel like I'm proud of her like she's my little sister.
Aw.
I know.
She is good. And we're going to see her in October in Chicago on Halloween weekend. I'm so excited.
A month from tomorrow. I am so excited. Well, okay, so I'm excited. I'm so excited to see her. I just don't. What
vibe?
What are we going to experience here? Because
like, do I pregame? I don't think so.
No. Every concert I've ever been to, it's been like hype and fun, and like it's been like this huge production. And I can't picture her doing anything except for standing at the microphone and singing these sad ass songs to us. Like, we're all just gonna stand there and cry. I think.
True. Like, could you imagine her doing a banger show?
No. Like, we'll have to ask Carrie about, because she saw her at the Indianapolis State Fair. Remember that? So we're gonna have to like see what the
it'll be so different though.
So different. So that'll be fun to hear her talk about it, because after the concert we're gonna record an episode with my sister.
We're gonna do a Noah Cyrus deep dive, like into her whole career.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
But yeah.
It's
gonna be good.
We should finish this episode off quickly with some picks of the week. My pick of the week is The Dahmer Show.
Ooh.
With Evan Peters, produced, directed, whatever, by Ryan Murphy. It's on Netflix. It's like 10 parts. I think each episode's like an hour long, but it's about Jeffrey Dahmer, the like serial killer, cannibalist guy. Like, I don't like the fascination about like serial killers and like giving them a platform, but I feel like this one's a little different. Like, this doesn't, like, glorify him at all. Like, you know the one with, like, Zac Efron and Ted Bundy? That one kind of was a little bit, like, glorifying. This is not giving... To me, this isn't giving, like, hot serial killer vibes. This is giving, like, sad, depressing, like, can't believe the victims went through this. So I would give it a watch if you have time.
I keep seeing about it. I don't know that it's something that I'm into, but...
He did such a good job.
I heard he's about to get, like, as many Emmys as he can.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. And Ryan Murphy, like, such a good, yeah. It's just, I would give it a watch. If you like that kind of stuff, it is very gory, and sad, of course. Like, but if you like that kind of stuff, it's good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, that he did a very, very good job.
That's mine.
I would say, I don't have, like, a thing, but I would say that my pick of the week is, like, going to the movies. I think that that's something that we've gotten away from, and I just...
Not me! My boyfriend always makes me go to the movies with him.
Well, I haven't in a really long time.
Not a lot of people,
obviously, though. Like, I just saw Don't Worry, Darling, and, like, a month ago, I saw Elvis, and just, like, I sat there with my little popcorn and my drink.
Elvis is still your pick of the week.
Elvis is
Let's
always
be honest.
my pick of the week.
Are you still obsessed?
Yeah. You guys, I was having, like, a really sad night. I was just, like, in a really sad mood. And I just sat at my kitchen table with the candle burning and all the lights off. And I made some tea. And then I said, hey, Google, play Elvis. That's my pick of the week, actually. I didn't know you had a Google. Hey, Google, turn it up. Let's go out to this. This is a great way to end things. Go to the movies, listen to Elvis, and drink some wine. Cheers.
True, I need...
Let's finish the bottle, like old times.
Popping bottles. Like how Elvis Presley popped his pills.
Oh, stop it. We don't need to cry. Good night, everybody. Cheers.
Good night. Cheers to the governor.
We haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah,
love you.
Don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Miley Moscato and more. Follow us on Twitter at Miley Moscato. Leave us a review.
Comment on our shit.
Literally tell us what you think. You will not hurt our feelings. Tell us what to do. What do you want us to talk about?
Boss us around.
Boss us around. Scream at me. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.